Hello, hello, hello. Well, we all know the saying about turning a sow's ear into a silk purse. That's kind of my task right now. What a blasé day. What a no news, no thrills, no spills, boring ass day. I'm recording this shortly after the close on Tuesday. The ES collapsed 0.04% as of this moment. Maybe it'll be 0.03% by the time this video wraps in a few minutes. The RTY exploded 0.05%. You get the idea. Nothing happened. So let's at least catch up with just the general trends here on a couple of futures. We'll start way back on the weeklies with the ES. Same old, same old. The threat to the bears is simple. This pattern here, which I'm roughly orbiting, completing and bursting to the upside. So there's the pattern there, and if it made an earnest victory over its peak here, which I guess was on Groundhog Day, then the bulls, God bless them, would get the 9 millionth break of their lives because it'd be a very powerful rally ensuing. The bears need to keep prices below this trend line and certainly need to keep things beneath the Groundhog Day peak. Ideally, we would take out the lows that we experienced back here in, first order of business, of course, is to take out the lows from the bank panic, which is very close to the lows of December. But 3,800 is a tremendously strong level of support, and I don't know what nuclear apocalypse would be required to take us below that, but bring it on. Yeah, so as it is now, we got a little whiff of excitement during the day. There's something very weird about midnight my time. I don't know what it is, but for some crazy reason, if you look at, this is the little dash line. So midnight here, midnight here, midnight. I mean, it's almost to the second, like most recently last night. Yeah, there it is, 12 a.m. PST. There's the peak. And then it just fell the whole time. So Tuesday itself was, generally down, and then for no particular reason, we ripped higher by like 25 points. I say again, for no particular reason. But on the whole, very broadly speaking, ever since the Powell mayhem from last Wednesday, we've stayed nicely lower. As far as the NASDAQ goes, this has been significantly weaker. Even today, we took out the lows of last week, which is pretty damn spiffy. However, for no particular reason, starting at 11, the final 2 hours of the day, we ripped up about 100 plus points. But I still feel that the bears are well positioned right now in the short term. The NASDAQ has this very substantial barrier that has held prices back. And I believe that in the short term, the most likely path is to work our way lower, because we are between these two very important fibs, and the prospective upside, which is very hemmed in by this price, is tiny compared to the prospective downside, which is substantial. Sadly, except for the aforementioned nuclear war, I don't know what's going to bring about any sort of action or movement. Earnings season is weeks away. The meat of it is a good month away. And the earnings reports we have this week are dull. So I know it's against my interest to be telling you, gee, this market sure is boring, go do something else, but it is boring. I will say one happy thing with respect to bearish prospects, and that has to do with the VIX. We are very, very battered down on this. If you look at the VIX futures, like so, in recent months, we tend to get no lower than 20, and we tend to get no higher than the lower 30s. And we're down in 20ville right now. This is the VIX futures, which of course has a premium attached to it. The VIX itself was around 20 today, having fallen quite precipitously following the all too brief bank panic, which the darlings at the Fed managed to beat down everybody's concern about that. The bank panic can be seen with it's like an EKG with these pulses right here. We got as high as 28.25, 28.4. So basically approaching 30 a number of different occasions. And between Yellen and Powell, they finally smothered that fear and excitement of that volatility. And now we're down into, like, you know, this dreadfully dull zone again, which is a big fat drag. But the good news is that we are at the lower end of that range, and it wouldn't take much to get things kind of cooking again. So on that ho-hum note, I shall bid you adieu, and I will see you later.